Okay, we're going to move on to traffic authority, 8 Harbor Parkway, traffic issues.
We did have, Mr. Chairman, we had a letter from Jennifer Pedgy.
Thank you.
Please, go ahead.
I live across the street from, I live at 8 Harbor Parkway, from what was the Marrakech building?
Marrakech.
And I guess apparently they changed hands, but in either case, the traffic there is unbearable. We have no parking signs that were not grandfathered in. The old one said no parking with the arrows going this way. When this building was built, they put 2 new signs, which were on my side of the street saying no parking between here, point A and point B. And we asked here at the meeting, and they said that was going to be good for both sides of the street. We're just putting it on your side. Fine, no problem. At first it wasn't a problem, but as we got more and more new police officers, they said, no, that's not right. And then the last police officer I spoke to made a very good point. His name is Dave, very nice gentleman. The same, that we need new signs. The signs got to go back to back with that same in between. The problem is it's unloaded. I have tons of pictures, and this is just a part of what's been happening. I have idling trucks with reefer trucks, idling, all different times, parking on the sidewalks, parking all over the place. It's just been so bad, it's been unbearable. Waste trucks, medical waste trucks that leave medical waste, like used gloves and everything else. It's been such a problem where my garbage company would come, they couldn't pick up my garbage pails because of these trucks. I'd go out there, I'd be nice. I have a 90-year-old mother who lives with me and moved them right after 911 out of New York with me. She's 90 years old with stage 4 cancer. I have my father who's a disabled vet who, he's been disabled, he's under hospice care. I can't even open my front windows in my house to give them any fresh air or anything. It's like I'm barricaded in my own home. It's just, I be nice, I try to be nice, and it's just, it's not working. What they promised us with this building is nothing of what actually did happen. It's just really, really bad. They promised us they were going to build a loading dock behind the building, and that's where they were going to unload. But unfortunately, they made the building so big, there was no way of parking in the back for unloading. So I'm really looking for signs on the other side, no parking, no unloading, no standing. The people that work there, some of them don't get it or don't want to get it. The shift change, forget about the lights going into my house. That's another whole issue. But right now, all I'm begging for is some help with this big parking issue because I'm a prisoner in my own house, and that shouldn't be.
Now, did you say that gloves were on the property line?
Right, I didn't have
that
medical
waste.
Yes, there was medical waste.
I can say that. I was riding last week with my 6-year-old granddaughter, and it was a house on the corner of Harbor and Parkway. It wasn't Jen's house, but it was another neighbor's house. She's got a young son, and I'm riding with my granddaughter, and I look down, and there are plastic gloves on the, the type that they use, the rubber, thin rubber gloves. And thank goodness the granddaughter didn't stop or say anything, but that shouldn't be in the street when I'm riding with my granddaughter.
They're clearly parked in front of the fire hydrant.
Yeah, they are, I see that.
Oh, and I called the cops on that one. That's Thursday, and I called them.
Your restaurant supply, food supply.
All different things.
So who's the customer?
That's the food.
America.
I mean, I've called these different companies and spoke to the dispatchers, and I've asked them clearly, please don't park there, but it got me nowhere.
I'd like to also mention that right there, that intersection is a bus stop. And my 6-year-old granddaughter waits for the bus there, and one of her little friends from kindergarten has to walk down the street. They have to literally walk in the street because they're always parked on the sidewalk right along Pratt Road on the sidewalk. I think she
And
has
to add to that is if you're coming down Harbor Parkway trying to go on right onto Pratt Road, you cannot see the oncoming traffic.
and what they
And
actually
I called about that as well.
they've driven so quickly around from Harbor around onto Pratt that they've again run over her lawn. And I'm pointing to Suzanne. She's on the corner. And we've witnessed the car actually going up on her lawn in order to get around the bus quickly. And this was 6-year-old and some other kindergarten.
They shouldn't.
Now, getting off the bus.
You don't have any idea how those logs are getting on, are they dropped by Sperry Cycle or are they thrown by people?
They're thrown by employees.
They're thrown by employees, so the Department of Health should get involved in this.
Absolutely.
Please. Also, it's like, it's almost like what we were told this place was gonna be is totally different. It's being used for meetings, for this, in and out, everything else, and it's supposed to be facilities for what, 12, 14 beds? Severely, specially challenged.
Yeah, you have a lot of ambulance calls there, I know you do.
And a lot of them, they've gotten fined because they also got too many phone calls that they didn't, at one time, they kept on pulling the alarms for no reason. So, you know, I understand medical needs.
I'd like to also speak to the fact of the speed that is, as they come down. This is a residential neighborhood, and it wasn't but a few weeks ago, I got a 17-year-old granddaughter driving down the road, and they come around the corner where it's a bit of a blind corner. It's where Vine and Sunset meet by her house. And as my granddaughter was coming around, this person coming, and I've seen the car at Marrakech, so I know the map of where they're coming from. Whereas in the middle of the road where my granddaughter literally had to run, actually, it was up onto your road, onto your lawn just a little bit. Later, and that exact same time, it goes down, and then you go up Grove, thank you. And my son happened to be in the parking lot up there, and the same car cut through the parking lot, almost head on him, almost, in order to avoid the light. And it was just serendipitous that it was my granddaughter and my son. That's 2 members of my family that were put at jeopardy because they can't drive down the road at a proper speed or get off the telephone, because I've seen them on the phone. And John's got some other pieces.
Yeah, we're hearing what you're saying. We need to have a meeting here, a private meeting, to come up with some solutions here, to these real problems, so go ahead.
Sir, my name is John McDevitt. I live at 29 Pratt Road, so I'm 2 houses east of the property in question. I can talk to you people for hours, and I'm not going to do that. I'd like to give you a few examples of some of the problems that we're dealing with. I want to say loud, thumping, rap music. I don't want to hear my own music that loud. About 4 years ago, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I heard the music coming down the street, and I stepped out. In this car, a retired police officer, my professional opinion, 55, 60 miles an hour, pulled into Marrakech. I politely walked over, didn't step on the property. I waited for the gentleman to exit the car. I can stand up and show you. I said, "Sir," I said, "do you work here?" And he ignored me and kept staring at me. I said, "Lower the music, it's a residential neighborhood." And I got, and he walked away from me. That prompted me to meet with your predecessor, and I explained to him, and this has been an ongoing thing that led me to this point. Chief Lowry called me back about 5 days later. He said, "John," he said, "I had my officers go out there in the last 5 days. Motor vehicle arrests, unregistered, no license, misuse of plates, no insurance. That's what's coming into the neighborhood." About three summers ago, 10 o'clock at night, we're at a festival. My sister-in-law was in town. She's in my driveway, offloading a 3 and a 5-year-old. There are being kids in the apron of the driveway near the street. I have my left blinker on, waiting to safely turn into my driveway. As I'm in the arc of the turn, the vehicle behind me passed me. I was furious. I went over to Marrakech, waited for the gentleman to get out. I said, "Sir," I said, "do you work here?" I said, "Yeah, I'm late for my shift." I said, "There are kids in the street." He goes, "I'm late for my shift," and he walked away from me. Okay? 2 summers ago, it would be the 4th of July at 3:03 in the afternoon. I backed out of my driveway. No traffic for as far as the eye can see. Heading east on Pratt, there's a white SUV so close to me I couldn't even see the headlights. At that point, I hear the engine rev. This vehicle is passing me. There was a party on the corner by Vine and Sunset, so say there were maybe 4 cars in the curve. Cars coming at us. I took evasive action and went up on somebody's sidewalk and lawn to create a bigger gap so the person who was passing me wouldn't hit the car that was heading westbound. They passed. The white SUV was behind me now at this point. The vehicle that almost got hit stopped. They got out. People on the porch, I think at your house, got out and said, "You want us to call the police?" I said, "No, not now, not now." I got out and I went to town verbally on this young lady. She said, "I have to pick up my baby." I said, "What about these kids out in the street on bicycles?" She wanted nothing to do with it. So I was able to let it go at that point. I got my point across. Heading east on Pratt toward Grove, Car's right on my bumper again. I'm like, this is not gonna end well. Make a left north, get up to the intersection of Route 1, I'm at the red light, I'm gonna make a left. Same woman pulls up beside me, and with all due respect, I'm gonna be polite. She rolled down the window and said, "You're an effing cracker, okay?" I was dumbfounded, okay? You're wrong, and I become a racist? Okay, that's what we're dealing with. That prompted me to go home and call you people. With all due respect, I don't mean to point you, I was just emotionally charged. All the police and Officer Verone came out, and I said, look, I've worked enough 4th of July weekends, I know what it's worked in doubles, overtimes, getting work at home. We went and found the person who almost got hit head on. They provided the statement. I gave the statement. I said, look, I trust that you're going to use the right judgment here for enforcement action. I never followed up with the case because I was so aggravated and I trusted Officer Verone did the right thing. I'm passionate about this, so I apologize if I'm getting a little flustered. This is what we're dealing with. And I'm just giving you 3 key examples of the music, the disrespect, and motor vehicle violations. And I offer to this commission, I've offered to Chief Lowry in the past, and Chief DeMayo as well offer now. Use my driveway. You can sit in my driveway at 7 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 11 o'clock at night, run radar, laser, put a motorcycle there. You people are welcome to come and sit and observe what we're talking about. It's just nonstop. And we've called Marrakech. I want to say that they're in Southbury or Simsbury or Southington maybe.
They were Woodbridge now.
They're at the point now, they won't even take our calls anymore because they know why we're calling. So I'd be glad to answer any questions you folks have.
And Johnny, we could just test it, this is just this week, these pictures. This is just this week, let alone the one.
Thank you for letting me finish.
Okay.
Basically, I'm going to kind of echo what John said, but I'm going to talk about what happens daily. The facility parking lot is not enough to accommodate their employee staff. Basically, they park out on the sidewalks, making them accessible to joggers, walkers, and children riding bikes, creating safety issues. Roads can no longer accommodate two-way traffic. Cars parked close to the fire hydrant. Backing out of driveways is now difficult. Service providers to the facility have no concept of that they're doing business in the residential neighborhood. 2 to 3 times a week at 5 a.m., large garbage trucks, and they go at 5 because it's the only time they can get into the parking lot. Because it's always packed. You can literally, if there was a fire, I don't know how these guys would get out of the parking lot. I'm surprised they don't run into each other going in and out of that parking lot. Truck has 8 large lights in the back, 3 times a week, 5 in the morning, and it makes the beeping noise. Then the large trailer trucks, the Thurston pictures that you have, at least a couple times a week, and other trucks, and they come up and they park literally on the street on the fire hydrant, and they're there for a time period. No two-way traffic. Again, park, getting out of. She said she's you're trapped in your own driveway. You cannot get out. Tire tracks were recently made in front of Suzanne's house. You can see the right hand. They literally drove, and the tire tracks are still there. She has photos as well. Employees running late for work. You can tell the time shifts, what John just mentioned. If you go to the time shift changes, you will see people flying up and down that street. And the other day, I was doing some stonework at her house. I was surprised there was not a head-on collision by a gentleman doing the right thing in his car to turn a sharp left into the facility. I called her and I said, I cannot believe there was just not a head-on collision. This happens daily. The facility, when we go over to complain, it's almost like we're wrong. We don't have any contact. There needs to be, they need, like someone said, they need to restructure that. They need to, all these large 18-wheelers, the truck is huge. They just need to change the way they do business.
I think, to be honest with you, that if you look at the times that we just left, or even early in the morning, there is an acceptable amount of cars there, and it's not all the spaces are not filled. But it seems to be a meeting or a main office place for everyone else from their organization to show up, or they're bringing other patients into that facility, because it's not alone those 14, 15 beds and the 10 workers or less that are supposed to be working there. All of a sudden we have an onslaught of cars at no particular reasoning of time or place. It's just all of them show up, and that's when we have these parking issues, and it's become a daily thing. But it's not because of the shift. It's almost like there's another second purpose to that building.
We come before, we need some relief.
We need to address this issue, and we're obviously serious.
So, Mr. Chair, if we can make the suggestion, I'll send some officers over there at different times. We'll start doing some enforcement action, we'll start collecting some data. And then if you could produce for me, for lack of a better term, I'm going to call it a list of grievances. We'll sit down with you, we'll go through everything, and then we'll facilitate a meeting with the Marrakech facility to try and work this out. And either neighborly, we can also, there's a number of different avenues where we can approach it from. But let's look and try and moderate for you. We'll look at signage issues, but maybe we can look at some ordinances as far as loading zones and times of deliveries. That would have to go through another body, but there's a number of issues we can look at. For now, we'll start collecting up some data, put together a list for me. I'll have you come in, I'll have your neighborhood association come in, sit with me, I'll get a good idea of exactly what the problem is. Then I'll go over to Marrakech and we'll see if we can get something facilitated where we can get some kind of resolution and some relief for you.
Thank you, Chief.
And do something about the parking signs as well, to make sure that the parking doesn't continue on that.
I'll take a list, we'll take a look at the no parking.
Because the original apartment, I've been there since 1998.
I know.
I rented before I bought, and the reason why I bought is to bring my parents here, and to save money from rent, obviously. But there was no parking sign, just like yours going this way, with the arrow going both ways. All of a sudden, that sign disappeared when they started building this big building, and these two other signs came.
Well, let's address that too. Everything.
Thank you. I would appreciate anything and everything you could possibly do.
Yes.
I live immediately to the left of the facility, and for me, it's been a chronic problem of them parking right in front of my home. I mean, they've said it, but that is a very walkable, highly trafficked neighborhood by pedestrians. And it is hazardous to come around the corner when they have vehicles around that street or in front of my home. I have damage to my lawn, damage to the shrubs in the front of my house. I can't say who's responsible for it, but it hasn't been there from before. So, I don't want to see the solution be allowing them to park on the street, period. Because
Agreed. The street's way too long.
And I think for a while they were shuttling people down by Aqua before you came up,
No,
Chief.
actually, East Main Street, there was that, where the old CVS is supposed to go.
That's where they're shutting
They have three big vans
Yeah,
that
they were
get
parking
into
down by Aqua,
Yes.
and then I believe the town stepped in and said, you can't do this.
Well, that summer there was no room. I mean, the deal was supposed to be, they were supposed to be able to park on their property.
Exactly.
And if their clients or patients of these 14 beds are supposed to be severely challenged, they're not coming out, why are they, I know there's medical needs. If you have that severe medical needs, usually they come to the facility. The facility is set up for that. So like when we had the meeting when it was first coming out, my first degree is I'm a recreational therapist. So I asked what the staff to the client ratio was, and it was 1 to 3. So when you do the math, I don't know how they have all these cars and 3 little minivans, or whatever they call them.
The buses, yeah.
The little buses. Why?
These are all questions that need to come out with the Marrakech people.
Well,
I will contact you and we'll set up a meeting, hopefully sometime next
Thank you
week.
very much.
We start to put together a list of times, the highest volumes and the issues that you're facing, so we can run down to those and we'll start there.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice